Hey guys, it's Devin from Comikazees, and today I'm be giving you my top 10 moments and my review of the mid-season finale of The Flash, The Man in the Yellow Suit. So let's begin. So in my opinion, this episode was an A+. It is by far my favorite episode to date. It beats the Flash and Arrow crossovers by a long shot. Like, don't get me wrong, the Flash and Arrow crossover episodes were amazing, both of them. But this episode took it to a whole nother level. Just from the beginning of the episode, it had me at the edge of my seat like, whoa. And then in the opening scene, basically when this guy is just on a ladder preparing for Christmas, snow falling or whatever, just Christmas vibe from the very beginning. Then boom, out of nowhere, Barry is chasing down Reverse Flash through the streets of Central City. That was just crazy by itself. I was like, oh, that's how they're going to start this episode off? Let's go. But then we get a little flashback of a day ago and just see how everyone, like Barry and the West family are getting ready for Christmas. How everyone's just getting ready for that, the holiday that we all love. And then we start to see the beginning of this love triangle. Like, we knew it was going to be a problem eventually, but it really showed itself in this episode. The love triangle of Barry, who's in love with Iris and Eddie are in love with each other. And Eddie's starting to realize it now. Because, him and Iris aren't the only people who don't know that Barry's in love with Iris. Come on now. Like, even Henry Allen, who's in Iron Heights, the dude's in jail, knows that Barry's in love with Iris. And now Eddie's just finally coming along. They're dumb. Dumb. But I love them all because, just period, I love them all. But this, love triangle is starting to get weird because Eddie asked Iris to move in with her since she basically lives there, like he says. And so now this is going to make it weird because, you got Eddie and Iris, and Barry's like, you taking my babe away from me. Like, what the hell, man? But then we get to see the Reverse Flash trying to get his hands on some tachyonic, some weird name, prototype, and isn't able to at the first time. Like, he goes to Mercury Labs trying to get it, and as you learn through the episode, this prototype is basically can make anyone invincible. And coming from a dude who has super speed, that's gonna make him like a next level type guy. But with his failed attempt, it brings the attention to Barry and Joe as they investigate the murders after Reverse Flash literally just super speed snapped the dude's neck. Insane. But it was interesting to see because now he's faced with his mother's killer is here. And Barry is now closer than ever to finally getting his hands on the dude who killed his mom. But later on in the episode, we see some real creeper type stuff. Because Reverse Flash is literally watching Barry from a building away. Like, just... And then finally, when Barry notices that Zoom is just, eyeing him, he's like, what? What the hell? Then Barry goes to chase him. And then the chase is on. And when they finally catch up with each other, Barry was like, it was you. You're the one who killed my mom. Why? That was like my Grant Gustin impression, but still. And then Reverse Flash was like, if you want to know, you have to catch me. Some like Batman type vocal cords going on there. But Zoom passed, no pun intended, zoomed all the way to a stadium where they finally, caught up to each other. And then the super speed fight began. It was just amazing. The fight between them was insane watching them. Both go super fast, bumping into each other, hitting each other as they're going through the stadium. It was crazy. Just seeing them run around and stuff like that. But even though Reverse Flash was putting in that work on Barry, it still was just amazing to see. Like, I love Barry. I love the Flash, as you can see by my shirt. But seeing him get whooped like he was just nothing was crazy. But right before, Professor Zoom just leaves, he kind of tells Flash a message like, yo, it's your destiny to lose to me, Flash. And then zooms out of there. And after the fight, he goes to, Team Flash, aka Star Labs, and it's just like, this man is way faster than me. I can't even, how am I supposed to stop him if I can't catch up to him? Now, this leaves Team Flash because they start to begin a plan to trap opposite Flash, as Cisco calls him, while Barry, is told to let them handle it. While they're building that trap for Zoom, we see Caitlin and Cisco go on an adventure to find Ronnie, since Caitlin just assumes that Ronnie is alive. But we know he is alive, and he is Firestorm. And if I spoil that for you, too bad, you should know this by now. Come on. But as they search for him, when they do find him, he is very different. And just the look on Cisco's face was priceless. It was just like, when he grabbed Caitlin by the head and was like, I'm Firestorm. Then turned all like Human Torchy up and bounced. That was crazy. But now going back to Star Labs, we see CCPD and Star Labs' trap is ready, and they're just waiting for the Reverse Flash to take the bait and get trapped. And when it finally happens, we see they go check to see what he looks like. And after a couple of questions, basically like, why'd you kill her? Why'd you kill Nora Allen? Ignored. Zoom was just dodging those questions like nothing. He was like, oh, what? Not. He had a little interesting conversation with Dr. Wells. He was like, well, Dr. Wells, nice to meet you. And after a little back and forth, he basically just broke out of the force field that was holding him like nothing, grabs Wells, brings him into the force field, and just starts beating the living pulp out of him. And after that, he just goes on a rampage and kills the CCPD, officers. But except Eddie. And just has a staring contest at Eddie. Pulls up to this man's face and is just staring at him as his face is vibrating, red eyes. Eddie looks like a deer in headlights. Eddie's like, I just found it so interesting in that one moment that I was like, what if, what if Reverse Flash is just looking at a younger version of himself? Like, oh, damn, back in the day when I used to look like that, I'm still the pretty boy. Like, I don't know. That's the vibe that I got off of it. And I just found it really interesting to see. But then that all stopped, that little moment when they're staring at each other, changes when Joe decides to take a shot at Reverse Flash, easily dodging it and like choking him, saying, I told you not to hunt me anymore. That was funny because Zoom, Hunter Zolomon, Zoom. Nice little reference. But then the Flash saves Joe, and the rematch between the Flash and Professor Zoom begins again. And it was just great. Like the first fight, Professor Zoom is just washing Barry up and down the floor. And luckily with the help of a certain somebody, I won't spoil it for people, he manages to save the Flash before he gets beat to a pulp like Wells. But I'm not going to say who. So here's your spoiler warnings for the people who haven't seen the episode. Just letting you know now. I'm giving you a moment in the video to skip ahead to where you see my face again, and that'll be your okay to watch the video from there. So I'm going to give you a moment. All right? You ready? Let's begin. And now for the top 10 moments of Flash Episode 9, The Man in the Yellow Suit. Moment number 10, Cisco and Caitlin are in search for Ronnie Raymond. Moment number 9, CCPD and Star Labs trap the Reverse Flash in a force field. Moment number 8, Barry tells his dad that he found the man in the yellow suit. Moment number 7, Reverse Flash breaks free from the force field and beats up Harrison Wells pretty badly. Moment number 6, Barry finally tells Iris that he's in love with her. Moment number 5, Reverse Flash stares down Eddie. I got the vibe that he was looking at a younger version of himself, or possibly one of his ancestors. Moment number 4, the Flash versus the Reverse Flash. Both those fights were so intense and exciting to see. Moment number 3, Firestorm saves the Flash and then proceeds to fly away. Moment number 2, Cisco says that there were 2 speedsters on the night of the Nora Allen murder. Moment number 1, Harrison Wells is the man in the yellow suit, aka the Reverse Flash. Well, there goes my review of The Flash episode 9, The Man in the Yellow Suit. Did you guys enjoy the mid-season finale? And wasn't it insane towards the ending scenes? It was sure blown away. But I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button down below for more videos. Also, since The Flash is on its hiatus break, I guess, till January 20th, we'll be doing different types of videos to keep the channel going with some fresh material. So make sure to give us any ideas of videos you want to see in our videos on our channel, I meant. So tweet at us at Comikazees or just leave them in the comment section down below. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about your favorite comic book TV shows.